skills.
could have been worse.
Yeah.
It could have been worse.
I hear you. I hear you there. Well, I'm glad you at least tried it, though. What do you think of all the other maps in World War II? Which ones have you done so far?
I've done the Final Reich. I've done the Darkest Shore. I have not done the Shattered Throne, and I have done the Frozen Dawn at some point.
So Shattered Throne Room is the only one you're missing.
Yeah.
That was a unique one. I like all the melee weapons you can pick up. That's pretty sweet, honestly.
Problem that we had, Carpal and I, is that we'd run to the boss fight, and we'd the insta-kill, and we're like, how the hell do we do this boss fight legit? And it was so cringy. So,
yeah. That one I think is a little bit painful, but I do find that map has a lot of unique things that I like. Also, sorry if it sounds like I'm eating, I'm not. No, I'm eating. You guys did this to me. See, I knew better that you don't eat during recordings, but you know what? You guys rubbed off on me. So I blame you for this right now. I'm eating a salad at the moment.
I mean, you don't have to show your face cam for this part of the podcast. I mean, actually, are you even recording? I'm not.
I just started a couple minutes ago. I always just start it ahead of time. If there's nothing worth keeping, I get rid of it. But
I see.
Yep, just in case. I never know.
I won't start my recording yet until like Carpal's back.
No, start whenever. I always pair it up in the right place, so you're good. By the way, can you hear a fan in the background in my audio?
I can hear my fans on my PC. I can't hear yours.
Can't hear? Okay, good. I'm incredibly hot right now.
I literally put a blanket behind my head so the fan would not go into the mic.
I got the foam part on the front of my mic, so it should block out any wind or anything like that.
I lost that.
I still
the spit
have
catcher. That's what it's
spit
called.
grabber. Is that what those things are called?
Definitely
Like
spit catcher. That's the name. Yep.
Yeah,
spit grabber.
catcher.
Yeah.
I have one of those for my microphone. But
It's not called a spit catcher. No.
I'm gonna keep this back. I don't think I've used it in over like a year or two.
No.
My microphone has paid the price very little because I think I maybe have just randomly spit while talking a grand total of 15 times.
Nothing to catch that
Since
spit,
I took
man.
it off.
Yeah, I don't usually spit in my microphone.
That's how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to spit like a lot.
It happens when I'm like talking.
I mean, if I had my microphone like here consistently, yeah, I think.
Yeah. It definitely would.
And there goes my audio.
And there goes his audio. All right.
Yeah. Welcome to my ASMR stream.
My water and. Okay.
Oh, actually,
how
does my audio sound to you guys? I did change some stuff. It's not the official changes, but they're temporary.
All right. I'm gonna start recording now.
I'm gonna be honest. You sound the exact same to me.
Do I? Okay, that means I said it right. I had to quickly change everything when I got back, but I tried to get it back in place. So hopefully all is good.
Yeah.
So I guess we getting this thing underway. Salad's got to go aside, unfortunately.
I think so. Yeah.
All right.
Playable.
So
let's do it.
where do we even begin? I'm not capturing this audio when I'm playing the trailer on my second monitor, am I? I really hope I'm not, because if I am, I'm gonna get demacked.
Oh. You're trying to record that as well?
Okay, it's not there. Wait, what?
You're trying to record something at the same time?
Well, I mean, we're recording the podcast.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to make sure that the audio source that contains the trailer doesn't, get in, OBS doesn't pick it up.
Wait, you don't add you don't add extra video in the background when editing? You just do it, you record it as you're recording your audio?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Oh,
I
guess I'm not understand what you're doing.
So fun fact, for my viewers who have been watching the Wundercast, the background gameplay that is just behind the Wundercast logo in all of our podcast episodes except for the first one, that is gameplay footage, somewhat edited but very minimally edited. It's just visual footage of the marathon gameplay for the marathon series that I'm doing, and the guys and I are currently working through right now.
Wait,
But yeah.
just are we officially started? You're addressing the
think so.
crowd, and I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I need a little heads up
I was
before this, man.
assuming so.
Okay,
Yeah,
what
I
is
was
up,
just-
everybody? Welcome to the Wundercast. We're here again. We're back. We got stuff to talk about. I'm sorry, I didn't know we started. I really didn't. Here I'm like messing around my chair, just doing my own thing as you're speaking. Okay, I'm glad to know. Good to know. I'm sorry.
Dude, I've got my thermos.
Dude,
of
you
water
can't do
here.
this to me. You caught me off guard. All right.
We got him. We got him, chat.
What are we talking about here? What are we doing today?
I think we are talking about some of the new maps that are being revealed for Black Ops 6 Zombies.
Yes,
We got a lot of
absolutely.
information given to us about Terminus. Not as much about Liberty Falls, but we did get a little teeny tiny bit of
Dude,
info.
I have a small rant for you guys just on it. Just because, so earlier, and just to give a little context to the people watching, we were sending messages back and forth, kind of sharing some links and stuff to some of the videos and content that we'd seen. And I watched through a particular trailer, and my initial thoughts on it weren't very good. Just because some of the things I was worried about, I did see ended up happening with this new map. But as I watched more and ended up seeing like some reels and stuff that ended up coming my way, I started to see some of the coolest stuff that is implemented in this game. So my opinion is kind of wavered on it a little bit. I have my ups and my downs, my pros and my cons.
Did research.
Yeah,
You did
it's
some
like
research for the podcast.
this is the rant that I kind of wanted to just kind of go into, and I wanted to also get your guys' same thoughts on it. But I have my ups and downs, as I was saying. So like, number one, the map. So these would be my cons. So like the map, Pack-a-Punch, the mystery box, characters, storyline, and I felt there was one more thing, but I think that's pretty much it for now. But those are some of the cons I had. First of all, the map. I was really hoping for something a little bit more unique. As I said, that's like my number one biggest gripe when it comes to like Call of Duty and a lot of their games that they brought out. I love the uniqueness of a map. I wanted another like Zombies in Spaceland, man. I love the theme. It's just something so cool. It has a draw that brings you back into the map. It really makes you want to come back to it. I was not seeing that, and I watched Mr. Darlick JD's like actual playthrough and showing off the different areas in the map. And I have to be honest, I'm still getting the vibe of like a multiplayer map, and I'm a little upset with it. Yeah,
really?
yeah. And as I mentioned, as I wrote in the chat to you guys, it also has the themes of also like Back 4 Blood and like Resident Evil 4. Like those two, I saw so many similarities in like the environments. It's like it's kind of like a ripoff of it. That's what it looked like to me. Back 4 Blood originally had like that whole like mine shaft section that you kind of enter in the map there. They
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, that was in the DLC content, but like there, and then the environment itself too also matched to a lot of places in like Back 4 Blood also. And I don't know, it rubs me a little bit wrong when it kind of copies like something else that we already come to know and love. And to me, it was kind of doing that. The water section, when you got there, reminded me of like Resident Evil, when you're riding the boat into the giant lake that they had out there. And that bugged me a little bit too. And also the tentacle creature that you see come out of the water, also from Back 4 Blood. They had the exact same thing, and it spits acid out of it, just like that did.
Okay.
So it feels like a huge ripoff in some of those respects.
All right, so let's just acknowledge that Extinction's map Mayday also had a tentacle monster, and that came out before Back 4 Blood.
That is true. That is true.
Buried had a mineshaft system also before Back 4 Blood. So if anything, the map is ripping off previous Zombies maps, which also feeds into your point of like the lack of uniqueness. But I don't think it's
different though.
I don't think it's
tentacle in this one
derivative
looks
of other
exactly
games.
like Back 4 Blood.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. The room where you have those experimental zombies that like have Nova Crawler-esque like faces. I'm sorry, my train of thought just got completely
Dude, that happens
disrupted.
to me like on the daily.
Oh
Don't
my
worry.
god.
I hear you there.
Yeah,
Were you gonna
The test subjects that are laid there in this like moon pool. That's the word I was looking
Moon pool,
for.
yeah.
The moon pool room.
Obvious.
Bro, I don't know what it is about it, but it gives me Batcave vibes. If you guys are
That
feeling
is
me.
true though. That it did actually look like that.
It very much gives me Batcave vibes.
Definitely. Yeah, it's just
Like, you can't tell me it doesn't look like it. I'm gonna go.
It is a gripe to me. Looking at it, I was hoping for just a bit more. It does. I will say, however, like when you go into that basement section, the cryo freeze chambers that they have, those things look cool though. I will say that actually impressed me a little bit. But the rest of the map, it didn't have anything that like really caught my attention, like made me think, wow, that's so cool. Nothing really was like that. I guess maybe the one trap, the black hole trap. It's like the guns that are on the front of the island.
Oh, you mean the void cannon?
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'll give it credit to that. But otherwise, throughout the map, I don't know. To me, it felt almost like one of the older multiplayer maps we played in previous games, and it just, I really want them to get off of that track. That's the thing I really want to see them kind of move away from. But granted, being that it's still trying to follow the storyline of Cold War, I guess I get that. My other gripes that I mentioned with like Pack-a-Punch and stuff, it's not the biggest thing, nor is the mystery box, but it's just certain things. With all the hype that's been going with Black Ops 6, I really thought they were going to change that stuff, like how the Pack-a-Punch looks, how maybe the mystery box looks, which this is more on the positive things, but like the mystery box has actually some really cool effects to it though, like the lighting effect that they did, like the light shining out of the box looks really cool, and also they changed the sound effect also. It was actually really neat. But
okay, not lad. Can we back up a little?
Yeah, go ahead.
Whoa.
Whoa, dude! I'm going on this rant, and that's just.
He's going on.
I just had so many things.
Uninformed rant.
Okay, I have some questions for Not Lad.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so is your problem with the map that it's not unique, or that it's too derivative of other maps and games?
See, I'm still getting to a point. I haven't mentioned the other part of it. There is something that I like about those as well. I kind of do like that they kept the actual like mystery box design, and also for like Pack-a-Punch. That is my favorite Pack-a-Punch variant that they've done. But there is a different gripe with the Pack-a-Punch I'm going to get into. But no, for like the mystery box and stuff, they really made it seem like they were going to change a lot of stuff. And for a lot of cool games that we've gotten, they've given us like new versions of the mystery box and new looks and new designs, new effects. Like Black Ops 4 brought in a whole different box that they had. And then you had like Origins. Well, I'll say maybe they might still do something with it, because like Origins, they brought in their own unique box, but in the rest of the game, it's the original box we know. So that could happen actually.
Mob of the Dead.
Yeah, like that. See, I was really kind of hoping that they do something unique.
Of Evil.
Shadows of Evil.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. See, like it's happened a lot, and that's the kind of thing we've come to kind of expect, you know? And so I was really expecting that to happen. What?
It's happened like 3 times.
What? What'd I miss?
Like barely ever happens. That's like a once in a blue moon kind of thing.
Yeah, it never happens.
It's happened quite a bit.
It hasn't happened since Black Ops 3 Shadows.
I mean, that's one of them, yeah, but like...
What's the last one? That was 10 years ago.
Dude, literally, that was so long ago.
No, Black Ops 4. Black Ops 4 brought theirs. Like the distorted one, you know? Black Ops 4 came after.
For the entirety of Chaos. So
that's not one individual map.
Yeah, it's not one individual map.
No, wait, what are you saying? Yeah, they brought it in for all the maps. That same mystery box.
But we're talking about an individual map.
Okay. What individual map?
Yes.
the maps that have a different than normal box design.
Okay. I'm talking the unique
the
ones,
box that's from Mob of the Dead, or the box that's from Origins or Shadows, like the design of it.
Yeah.
I get you have like a different style for the Chaos maps in Black Ops 4, but like that was for the Chaos story. Versus like in traditional zombies, we rarely get like, you know, a unique box.
Huh. I guess I don't know. I guess I've kind of noticed that they've had different ones except for Cold War, I guess. Cold War didn't really change their box, but they did change a few of the elements with it, just the effects. It's the mystery box, the wooden mystery box.
Yeah, so yeah. And your point earlier about how the sounds that the mystery box seems to be making in Black Ops 6 is completely new.
Yeah, they brought in some new, at least from what I heard.
All of that stuff is literally from Cold War. Cold War started the weapon rarity system. It was implemented into the mystery box, and there were sound effects to play for it.
I hadn't heard the one that I heard in the gameplay. It sounded completely different, but maybe I just never heard that sound then. Did you guys hear the one in the what is it? The Mr. Darlick JD's video I sent you guys? You didn't watch it, did you?
so I watched the one Pizza posted, which is the exact same gameplay.
I've watched like everybody's POV.
Okay.
I've watched the trailer over several times.
That's interesting.
And all the gameplay stuff. Yeah, no, it's
I never heard
the same sound effect
one
from
before.
Cold War.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, that seemed new. Well, I guess that gives me more of a great thing with it, but it didn't need to be changed. I was just really expecting that with all the hype that's been going behind this. I really thought that that's some of the stuff that they would have changed, but that wasn't the biggest disappointment with it. It's mostly just the map for me, but
I think part of the reason why that they're trying to keep a lot of assets that are iconic in zombies, like how they used to be in old school, is because zombies, as of recently, has been going through an identity crisis.
Yeah,
like
that's
true. Going through a major identity crisis.
Yeah,
we've had like 4 different variations of just the zombies game mode over the course. We've had the Vanguard stuff, we've had the Outbreak stuff, we've had the Modern Warfare stuff.
For Vanguard, what was their mystery box? Is it the same as the wooden mystery box?
The mystery box can give you pack-a-punched weapons.
Oh.
Wasn't it Vanguard that started that?
Well, IW Director's Cut, but
that's true.
Technically true. Yes, technically true.
Yeah.
Yeah. On its own, without like a gobblegum or card or anything like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But like IW and technically Revelations, you have that as well.
Revelations, I was about to say.
But like that stuff was guaranteed once you did an Easter egg step. It's not like completely random. Because in Vanguard, you literally had to, like, the smart choice was to gamble on the box, because then you would just get free Pack-a-Punch tier levels from weapons at random, and you wouldn't have to waste so much freaking essence on the Pack-a-Punch. Dude, literally, if you're Pack-a-Punching in Vanguard Zombies, I don't know what to tell you. You're wasting your you're wasting your essence.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
I am very curious to check it out.
I think they changed the point system for the last 2.
Yeah, I know it's not good.
Objective-styled zombies versus round-based zombies, which I still can't believe that the Archon and Shinonuma exist the way that they exist today. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Sorry, that was just one of the gripes. But the other thing was just like the storyline. I was kind of hoping maybe they'd kind of stray a little bit off from what it was already established in Cold War, but we did kind of know it was going to be coming back, so that I get. But I do like that we have playable characters, and I don't know if you guys heard, but you can still pick to play as just a nameless soldier.
Yes,
but
we
can also pick a character.
Both know. Yeah, you're able to choose any operator that you want that you have access to or have unlocked. So if you're someone who likes to show off your bling with a skin in zombies, even you have the choice to do that. Obviously, all of us, hardcore zombie fans that are old and true to the series and want that full experience of having that story told and having the interactions between characters, you're gonna want to pick the main cast.
I can't imagine anybody who'd want
Weaver,
to play
Carver, as well as Gray.
Yeah.
Like you're just gonna want to.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I have no desire to play as a nameless soldier. I really want to hear the dialogue from the characters and stuff.
On the contrary, I think just for the feel of it, QK informed me that Klaus and Brutus were both pre-order operators, which sounds
I saw that
to me.
offer, for Brutus at least. But yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty much the only.
I have given it thought on pre-ordering the Vault Edition for PC because I actually want to get into speedrunning BO6. I actually want to pursue it.
That would actually be sick. And there would be an audience for it, honestly, I'd imagine, with it being new and all.
Definitely larger than the IW audience. It's still
a pretty good community.
I've
they
been
loyal,
playing IW
they
for
loyal.
a bit. I yearn for new zombies, and especially a new game I can sink my teeth into to get into speedrunning. I think it's time.
Grand Theft Auto 6, man. It's gonna be hype, man. It's gonna be hype. No, so after mentioning that, I do have to say the pros just after the things that I just had a gripe with. They're just my personal opinion with those things. Most of all, I just was hoping for a more unique map than what we kind of were shown. But I haven't seen everything of the map, so it might have more to show. Who knows? But pros, there are so many cool things. The gameplay of the game looks insane, and that is what's selling me on it. The game I can see is going to be fun with a lot of the stuff you can do. You can they have that that syringe thing you plug into your arm. You can turn into a mangler of sorts, and you can fight zombies.
I forget what they call it, but I was calling it an ether stim when they first put out the clip of it on Twitter last night. Before the full gameplay reveal came out, they just put a clip of you injecting yourself with this ether stim.
The race juice.
That's the one I heard.
It looks just like a miniature version of the ether canister thing that we saw that the crew was just huddled around in Modern Warfare Zombies.
Yeah,
it kind of looks like that.
It looked super sick. It reminded me of BioShock almost, where he injects himself with the perks that they had there.
I see what
but it made me think of that.
So,
but it was so cool though.
So in the trailer, they showed an image which is likely from the second map because it was outside in the daytime, and what they were holding was the jet gun. It was unquestionably the jet gun, right?
Oh, you're talking about after
back?
the 115 camo and the acquisitions for Modern Warfare Zombies. Yeah, that's definitely the jet gun. That's definitely Liberty Falls. Yeah.
And for some reason, I kind of just assumed that the Mangler arm was the jet gun, but someone informed me in a Discord server that they're completely different and they have different models,
That's interesting.
I'm curious now. Why would you think that?
Well, they're both big, big. I don't know.
I didn't hear anything about that. That's new to me.
I feel like a Mangler cannon at this point in Zombies is pretty established of how it works and how it feels versus the jet gun.
Because from the visual of them using the Mangler arm, it looked like they were like sucking in and then shooting out.
POV. I see what you're
that's what I'm
talking
talking
I haven't
about.
seen that actually. I did not get to see that footage. Interesting. Well, that sounds kind of cool. I'm so excited, man. That looks so cool. And I think he has a sword arm from what I was saying on his other hand or something like that.
I believe so.
I haven't seen a first-person
heavy
POV
melee
but
attack you can use in that form. Bro, literally,
so cool.
it's... Dude, when I first looked at the map, I was thinking, yo... Who on the team was thinking of Zetsubo when they made this stuff? Because, oh my god, the references are crazy. The fact we can transform into a Mangler.
Yeah,
guys.
I've only seen that in mods.
That is direct inspiration taken from ZNS Spider Bait. You can't deny it. You can't.
Swimming is back as a main gameplay element for the first time since Zetsubo, other than for like 5 seconds on Voyage. Like that's
drowning in Black Ops 3.
Tiger Totem.
Tiger
Totem or Outbreak in Cold War was like the last real time we got to experience
Outbreak.
water. Or Modern Warfare Zombies, because technically...
Actually, we've had swimming in a lot of them, actually.
Yeah.
It's actually been quite a few.
Yeah.
I played Armada once. Okay.
Yeah, Armada... I'm sure that... Yeah, and also Sanatorium. There was also water there with the whole bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Tiger Totem, the water obviously being, crevasse, and also the middle of the boat where everybody goes to get the Tundra gun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I'm forgetting. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there is actually a lot of water now that you mention it.
So,
I never even thought about that.
That's a lot of water.
This is the most water. Okay. We can agree. So
buckets of water,
in Pizza's like everything you need to know video, he said this map had by far the most playable space out of any zombies map.
So it's going to be big.
Which is
big.
Crazy, and that's obviously counting all the surrounding water.
Guys,
because there's
just imagine the playability space that we had in Transit, except instead of the bus being the bus, now we have the tactical aquatic boat, and we can take it with us wherever we want, and we can manually operate it.
Dude, I want to make a Black Ops 6
this is
video
literally the Transit we never
boat.
got.
Yeah, you can see everything too.
We're getting another map that's like Transit-esque. And apparently Buried-esque too, because apparently the I don't know if you guys saw it, but the shot where the people go inside the Dark Ether Rift at that part of the trailer, it looks like an upside down version of Buried's church.
The Buried Church, I saw that.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
I'm still wondering if they are going to do a Chronicles
or
too.
A perk on the top on the second story. I thought it was Quick Revive. Actually, I might have to double check.
I could be misinterpreting this, but it doesn't look like pack is going to be like readily available. It looks like you have to call it down from that one elevator. I could be completely wrong though. Maybe it's permanent, but that would be cool if it was like you have to sort of activate a couple things and then
that
down.
is definitely Pack-a-Punch, and it's not the second floor, it's the first floor, because again it's flipped.
That
is definitely Pack-a-Punch. Yep.
You just remind me,
I thought it was
the
a perk.
other
It's
resemblance.
definitely Pack-a-Punch.
That was the other resemblance to Resident Evil 4, or was it 4? Or 2? No, that would be Resident Evil 2. That lift that Pack-a-Punch is on, that same lift, that was in Resident Evil 2.
Plagiarism, there's an elevator. Oh my god. Okay,
I was just gotta say that, but
I have also heard that Terminus has the most side Easter eggs out of any zombie map ever, which is crazy.
That's good to hear.
I did not expect that from Modern Treyarch, I'm going to be honest.
So it's going to be like the next Mob of the Dead, or what was the other one? Not Mob of the Dead.
Yeah. Like, it's like Mob of the Dead x Zetsubo x Cold War. I don't know. Something like that.
Well, I'd like to hear that. That's actually pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, that's just one of the pros, though. Did you guys hear about like the placeable traps? And there's like a tentacle trap you can place. That looks
I don't
honestly
think that's
so
a
cool.
Placeable trap.
The guy said placeable in the video I watched. You could place it, which is the thing that blew my mind. I personally have been used to like just having traps in the environment, but hearing a placeable trap.
If anything,
I wonder
the closest it's probably gonna get to that point, because the way it looked like in the trailer, I think you know exactly where I'm going with this, Carpal. I think that there's like you'll probably pick up I don't freaking know, like some ventilation piece or whatever, and you install it on the roof of this doorway, and then you can buy the trap, and then it opens the whatever it is. It opens the filtration thing, or.
I wonder, maybe that's what he's referring to, because we've had that.
You use this so that you can manually choose when to unleash the tentacles that eat the zombies, the dark ether tentacle things. That's the new Firegate energy core thing.
Huh.
Yeah, Firegate cores.
I like unleash the tentacles. That's actually kind of fun.
Very niche, but it's a detail that I have to point out. There was a blog post that said that the tentacle trap could pick you up and could try to eat you. I'm pretty sure that was in a blog post.
It can hurt
And
you.
in the blog post, it said something that you could do something whilst you were being eaten, or it would do something to you while you're being eaten, but it was redacted. I don't know about y'all, but I'm slightly
cool.
getting the trash shoot with the key card vibes from Carrie.
No,
I hope not.
I'm slightly
I
getting
hope
vibes
not,
like
man.
that. Like we have to find some obscure thing up in the roof where all the tentacles are.
You know, I could see that.
It's a very niche point out, but I'm just saying.
That would be dope, actually. I actually think that would be cool, just so long as it's not exactly like the keycard step. But
as long as you don't have to shoot a single pixel to get it to pop out.
Yeah.
Pray.
Yep.
Though they did mention that
potential.
it is gonna be. They did mention it's gonna be a lot more hardcore than Cold War was. So you never know.
You never know.
Yeah, actually, did you guys hear more about that? Like the difficulty thing? I saw a post where it's supposed to be like.
So.
Yeah, go ahead.
So how it's supposed to work is on launch, they're gonna have the Easter egg, and it's just gonna be normal Easter egg on yada yada. But a few weeks after launch, they're gonna have like a guided mode where they give you like a list of things to do to complete it. But I think it gives you less rewards if you do it that way, which makes sense. But it's for new players.
There is a limited time calling card that you can get if you were able to solve the Easter egg before the guided version comes out.
Oh.
Which we're gonna.
Which I'm not gonna lie, Treyarch, if y'all are watching this, if for whatever reason you're watching our
biggest
podcast,
fan.
I don't think they're watching this.
Biggest fan.
They're probably not, but
but if you are,
literally, if that is the only reward that people are getting for this, and including the team who actually gets first in the world on this, like guys, like As someone who enjoys a PvE game mode, especially COD Zombies, I have teetered myself into the works of Destiny. I don't know if either of you two are familiar with Destiny, but the raiding experience in Destiny is literally the #1 selling point to me. And I think a lot of players who play that game. And one of the things that they have nowadays is whenever there's a new raid come out, there is always a race to world's first on who beats the raid first. And they get sent a freaking mail package with a championship belt with a gold imprint of their fire team's name and the logo and badge for the raid. Like, where is that in Zombies Easter egg hunting?
That's actually really cool.
Give me an IRL incentive.
That's
not just
cool.
a calling card.
Wow.
Like, in Destiny, you get an emblem that says that you completed it day 1. Like, and they have this belt. Like, dude, missing an opportunity here. You're missing an opportunity here, Treyarch.
Get your
they're probably not listening to
WWE
this. They're
belt.
probably not watching this, but
WrestleMania belt.
Activision.
Yep. No, go ahead.
No.
Yeah,
But yeah.
this man was
That
about
was
to
my
call
point. That was my whole
Activision out
point.
for a second. No, I like
I
that.
had a point, I lost it.
To reward the players like that, that's actually really cool. I don't know any other game that does that.
yeah, that's one of the really special parts about Destiny that I feel. Even though that game right now is going through a hell of its own. Jesus Christ.
I know this isn't exactly how it went down.
Another team of podcasters to talk about Destiny stuff. That's for y'all to worry about. that's for. No P. Parsons talking in this podcast. You two are probably so confused. I don't blame you.
I'm very
you
confused.
shoot your shot, man.
I know this isn't accurate, but the only thing I associate Destiny with is taking Bungie away from Halo. I know that's not actually true. Like they made the
Good
best
old
Halo
Halo.
games, and then they just no.
R.I.P. Halo.
R.I.P.
Oh
Halo.
my god, dude! Halo Infinite, bro. I
Good
have
game.
not played
Good
that
game,
in
man.
months.
It's so, dude.
game.
The multiplayer's fun, dude. The campaign is so bad. It's
It's
garbage.
good game. No, I think I've only done the
They
multiplayer
pulled
on
the-
Infinite, but yeah.
Yeah.
What's with Microsoft
I
doing
don't
that
know
to
how
the
Not Lab
franchises,
feels
bro?
about the multiplayer, because I remember when we play, and oh my goodness.
I remember
oh
you
God.
wiping me
Yeah.
the field with that one, yeah.
I no scoped you on Behemoth like How many
Did
times?
I even shoot you once, man? I don't even know.
You
No, I
probably
did get you a
Halo.
few times. I did.
There's
I was
bullet
successful like
magnetism.
3 times, I think.
You weren't playing on mouse and key, were you?
No, I do controller.
Okay,
I'm trying
God,
to switch
thank God.
over to mouse and
Yeah,
keyboard.
Halo. No. You wanted to do that. Halo is a game to be played on controller. It is.
See, that's what I felt most of the time, but I see so many people who play on like mouse and keyboard, and they are insanely accurate. And I don't have that with controller, man.
Yeah,
I don't got that, so I always wondered.
No. I don't feel like I should ever have to play mouse and keyboard in a Halo game. After the experience that I went through experiencing competitive Halo, yeah, no.
Big difference. Yeah, I
feel
feel like
welcome to
controllers.
the,
Nice.
I feel like that chapter of my life is over. But there's like really old videos on my YouTube channel about literally scrims that I did on Halo Infinite.
Cool.
They're not super old
Halo
because
podcast.
Infinite's not like crazy old. Halo Infinite's not like a crazy old game right now.
Yeah.
But it is definitely the most recent.
Getting up
Halo
there a little
game
bit
that's
now,
released
though.
for the franchise. Yeah, it's been out for a bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
What were you gonna say, Carpal?
So getting back to zombie.
Yeah, getting back to the main point. Sorry, I went on a tangent.
The wonder weapon on the map. It's like the beam slammer or something like
beam
that. Beam
slammer.
smasher.
What is our opinion
Beam
on
smasher.
that one?
It looks so lame,
Beam
dude.
Smasher, yeah.
I don't get all of Nodlok's problems with like the map being too boring. I think the wonder weapon is too boring.
I think the
not
most interesting
sure.
part of the entire wonder weapon to me is the tiny ammunition capsule tube. Everything else about it is like, okay, so we have these warning sticker tags that remind me of the Gersh device, and then we have this Winston from Overwatch-esque electricity building up on the top of the barrel, and then it fires a yellow burst of electricity that literally looks like it came straight out of the ray gun Mark Y or V, whatever it was from Alpha Omega.
Yeah,
like,
actually.
Either WYX or Z.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like they just smashed that one Reagan Mark II and then like the
looks
magnetron
like an
from Burger Town.
amalgamation of wonder weapons. It looks like an amalgamation.
Yeah. Once again, for me,
I know this is gonna come off really, really bad, but it looks like a custom map wonder weapon. It just
so true.
Yeah, it just does.
My opinion is mixed on it. Just being that although it disappointed me in the way that once again it's like another mad science weapon that was made at a lab or something like that, and it doesn't have too much mysticism about it or anything like that, and it's missing those unique effects I would have liked to see. And for some reason it reminded me a lot of the what is that one? I'm trying to think. In Infinite Warfare, the final map, what is that one? Beyond something.
It reminds you of the Venom X.
Attack from Beyond, or no, that's not it. Yeah, the Venom X.
The Beast from Beyond.
Sorry,
the
Beast from Beyond.
Venom.
Guys, you know my brain; it's never working. But no, the Venom X. For some reason, it was giving me vibes of that.
It reminds you of the Venom.
Just wait, there's a
How
reason.
does it remind you of
Hang
the
on.
Venom?
Let me explain. It reminds me in the respect of there is a handle in the front, and also where like there's kind of like a, how do I describe it? Like a cylinder on the right side of the weapon again. It just, some of the details about it look a little similar.
So there's a grip and a magnet, huh?
Just the way that it kind of is set up, just it reminded me of it. It doesn't look like it, it just reminded me of it. That key word, reminded me of it. That's all. Before you go off on that, that's all I'm saying. But yeah, the weapon itself for the beam and everything, I didn't see any uniqueness in it. Not in the effects of the firing of the weapon. The shape, I don't know. It just, nothing really stood out to me, but it does look kind of interesting. Like, I do like some kind of mad science weapons if they have a unique design, but I guess I kind of like when it glows a little bit more on like certain parts of the weapon, and it, besides the canister
one of our
on the side.
more recent podcast episodes, I do remember you saying you like more particle effects and you like more like visual elements on wonder weapons.
I do, yeah. I wasn't getting as much of that, just the crystal.
And this
on the
is
side,
pointing on one of the niche points that you brought up. I think you mentioned something about how the particle effects of wonder weapons would sometimes hinder your ability to see the zombies.
Yeah, I saw another example of that recently too.
Literally, the gameplay that I can see of the trailer, or not even the trailer, but like the gameplay that Charlie Intel got early and released to people, the gameplay that you can see of the person using it. I mean, yeah, the person who's using it in the background is actually like they're dog shit. It's obviously staged, like they're trying to aim bad on purpose. Obvious. But it looks like it would actually hinder your vision. Like it actually does look like it.
Yeah, it doesn't come up too much,
it's an interesting point that you brought
occasion.
up in that episode, because I would have never thought to think of it like that. When I first saw the wonder weapon, I was like, okay, so this is the wonder weapon. How does it do? And I see it tag a zombie for more than half a second, and it's still alive, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, so see, that bugs me a lot. I just saw that recently with the thunder gun
lasers,
on higher
bad.
rounds.
Go figure.
Yeah, when he shot, I was watching Noah J playing. He was going like around 100 or something, shooting the thunder gun. These zombies took it. There's like a delay for them to fall over on the ground, and in this case, it didn't fully clear them. I think maybe because the rounds were super high, but they were there in front of you for a second, and for me, that split second, it's like, wait, it didn't clear them. They're still there, and I panic for a minute, and I don't like that, but it is its own visual effect, I guess, of the zombies falling over or whatever like that. But if it hinders you, if it like you can't tell what zombies are still up and which ones are down, that bugs me. It bugs me. It's not serious if you're good at playing, but it still bugs me. I don't know. But yeah, just small stuff like that. But I'm in your head now. I'm making you see it.
You are in my head.
I'm in your head, man. When you sleep at night.
You're making me think in ways I never thought I'd think, which is good.
Well, that's the point of the podcast.
That's the reason we have this podcast.
Exactly.
To share ideals.
Yeah, and I've been so enamored by the way you guys think about stuff, like especially how Carpal likes the challenge in certain things, and like it's really opening my mind to that, and just like seeing a whole different way. And
all I'm gonna say, I'm excited for BO6 zombies. I'm excited, man.
And I'm gonna say this on Carpal's behalf. He's excited for BO6.
I'm kind of sad. Salvage is still a thing, but it's better though. There's only one
They
rarity,
upgraded it. I heard it's not as much in depth, I guess.
Yeah, and it's personalized, so people can't steal your salvage, which is also really nice.
Salvage pickup.
That's true. Oh my gosh.
But they probably just give you more salvage.
Oh, this is a little off topic, but I have to say this. So this is crazy, but I was hoping we were going to eventually get to talking on perks in our podcast eventually, because I had thought of the perfect one I wanted, and guess what? It showed up in Black Ops 6 as the new perk. I was thinking how cool it would be to have a melee perk. I know we have like Occam's Razor, but that's garbage. I don't like that one.
Lappy Taffy, that's all you gotta say.
It's Lappy Taffy.
You know what?
It stuns zombies and it one hits up until I think 9, and yeah.
I forgot about that one, actually.
No, it one hits to like round a lot. Yeah.
Oh, in that case, it kind of blows it out of the water. But I for some reason, I thought that we hadn't had one. Maybe it's like
round 11 or 13. I don't remember.
But I'm actually really ecstatic about it.
I don't typically go for high rounds in IW,
it's
so
like
I do apologize.
West. It's like
round 17.
I'm pretty sure.
Cool.
That's not very high, honestly.
But it's Slappy Taffy, and Melee Macchiato is looking like that. So.
But this new perk, it sounds like it'll work with any melee weapon or just your hands, I guess, too. I saw somebody like punching zombies too, and as you guys know, as I mentioned before in the podcast, I love melee. I am a big fan of melee in games. I'm big on the melee, man. And so getting this perk, it does kind of make me happy. I thought it was the first one of its kind that we were getting, but you're right, Slappy Taffy was its predecessor, so that's true. But I get the feeling this one's gonna work better by chance. So we'll have to see.
hope
I
to
don't
God
know
it
how long
does.
it'll last.
I think the perk machine looks cooler by far.
Oh yeah, the perk
punches
machine.
back.
Not only like the perk
Yeah.
machine looks cooler, but it also has offensive. I'm sorry.
What? Sorry.
It's offensive because just like Mule Kick, the perk machine can kill zombies on its own.
Yeah, which actually Deadshot did that too. Well, it wasn't called Deadshot in Cold War, was it? But the Deadshot in that game, when you... Oh, no, sorry, not that. Mule Kick. Sorry, Mule Kick. When you bought it, all the guns on the side would shoot and kill stuff around you. So, yeah, kind of like that. I think that's unique. I like that they can do stuff, but if you're trying to hold a zombie, that could be a problem. You might actually kill your zombie if you're trying to, like, do a step or something. But I guess you just have to consider that, you know? Yeah, you'll just have to avoid it and buy it when there's a lot of zombies or something. But what do you guys think about it being cans again, like perk cans? I know Wistful stated before that he kind of likes the bottles or the actual bottles that you drink.
I would have liked to see the bottles return.
I would too.
I am okay with the cans though. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
I mean, I have a whole collection of cans. And
I saw that
in my background. I literally got the whole.
It makes sense given that it's a direct continuation of Cold War.
Cold War had cans, and obviously it was confirmed the moment that we got the Melee Macchiato commercial. Yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah, I am with you on the bottles. I do like the bottles. Those will always be my favorite. But yeah, since it's a continuation, that does make sense. But also, what about like the gobblegums? And I'm not talking about the machine just yet, but I ended up hearing that you can have 3 gobblegums on your person at a time. So it's a little bit like Infinite Warfare, where you get like so many cards on that you're able to use at a time, but these will stay on your person, I guess, the whole playthrough until you use them.
Yeah,
I thought that was really cool.
I have a couple things to say about Gobblegum. The first thing I'll say is, building on that feature you're talking about, how you're able to hold 3 gums at once.
I like that.
So for those of you guys who are not familiar, there is actually a glitch you can do in Black Ops 3. It was found a while ago, even into Black Ops 3's life cycle, but it was never distributed. Like, the knowledge was never shared because people didn't want it to get patched, and people wanted it to be outside of the game's life cycle. Where if you spun the Gobblegum machine and you got a purple gum, I think it was a purple gum. It specifically had to be a purple because it has the activation property. And if you like held the interact button and cooked a grenade at the right time, and then let go of the button and then just pressed YY, or I think you pressed like Y 3 times or something, it would stow that Gobblegum into a hidden pocket. And if you ever threw a grenade or swapped weapons, you would pop that gum. And I've seen people use this actually in speedruns. Like, I literally watched Freckleston one time. He was in the subway of Shadows of Evil, and he was cycling through his gum cycle, and he was in the middle of Flagstep. He was trying to get Raindrops, and he got his Anywhere But Here before Raindrops, so he stowed it. He grabbed Raindrops, popped it on the flag, and then as soon as he popped it, he popped his he consumed his Anywhere But Here, so he had it ready, and then he could just nuke the round at the right time, pick up the flag, and then ABH out. So it's like,
that's cool. Yeah,
they're kind of bringing that feature, but giving it light, where you can just stow up to 3 Gobblegums and use any of them whenever you want.
That is so nice. But yeah, I've completely forgot about that.
You can change your gum pack mid-game whenever you want to reset your cycle. Even if it's the same gum pack you started with, you can reset your gum cycle whenever you want. That
was literally what we were talking about. When we talked about Gobblegums, we were kind of mentioning like on those topics. Yeah. They were listening. They tuned in to the podcast.
They were tuned in. They heard us about the Wonder Gum idea, bro. Wonder Bar. They literally heard it.
The Wonder Gum, yeah.
No, we're just coping. We're just coping.
Yeah. No, I really am so happy about it. I like the sound of that. It sounds good. Like, it just sounds good. And I'm excited to try that out because, having them on your person to use whichever one you need at the time is so cool. And I know we're probably going to talk more on like the Gobblegums themselves and the machine itself too. But Just that alone just made me really happy.
Of, that first teaser for the Mr. Peaks Bowl. Oh my god.
It actually looks really cool, and it's got like 80s sound effects. So I like the 80s kind of style.
I kind of like the fact that they've been adding screens with like this little flair to the perk machines. Like they first did it with Deadshot and Elemental Pop. I think it's definitely more like they put more into Elemental Pop because Elemental Pop's screen is just massive. Like the perk machine is literally a arcade game.
Yeah. I like that.
I wouldn't be surprised if Elemental Pop is kind of like the perk design for it is taking a little bit inspiration from Ghosts and Skulls, because Ghosts and Skulls is an Easter egg from IW where you get perks, but the arcade cabinet itself, it's an arcade cabinet, right? So they probably just thought of that and combined the two. Like, what if we made a perk and the machine was a game? Like, dude, I don't know what it is about this. This is probably
the guy that thought it up was like, high as heck.
What if? And stay with me here. Tiny hidden Easter egg on D Machine that no one has solved. That you can go up to the machine and you can input some D-pad code or whatever up to Elemental Pop, and something happens. Like I'm just saying.
That actually would be pretty dope.
Like, why wouldn't they do that? Why wouldn't they do that?
Can we just stop for a second and just go back just a step to Die Machine? I love how you say it, man. I love how you pronounce it. I'm pretty sure it's just Die Machine, isn't it?
No, it's D. It's German. D Machine.
I can't stop seeing the flashback of Craig Houston just
announcing Am I the crazy one?
Trailer. D Machine. Boom.
D Machine.
I always thought it was Die Machine.
Exactly.
Interesting. Here, I thought you were like giving it this like Hispanic twist or something, like the machine at the end there, or more. No, Italian would be more of it. They do say some Hispanic stuff a little bit like that. I'm half Hispanic.
Not like,
you know what's right.
Like you know what's right next to Italy and Spain. What's right in that region?
You mean Spain?
Germany.
All right, sorry. I thought you answered your question already.
Oh,
I got you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's true. The machine though sounds more probably like Italian, if anything.
You pronounce the E's like that in German. That's how you pronounce them.
I just saw a Die Machine, man, and that was it for me. So I've been the crazy one this whole time. How about that?
I'll have to ask my buddy.
I was the monster
about the pronunciation of this. I'm gonna have to ask him about.
Sorry,
that
I had to call you out just because you're the first person I heard pronounce it like that. So I was thrown off by that. I don't know. Okay, I did not know that.
I know we moved on from perks already, but I would just like to bring up the fact that PhD Flopper has reached.
It's coming back.
I guess just PhD.
Yes.
It's reached its ultimate form. You can do a PhD slide and a PhD flop. This is going to be the best zombies game because of that fact.
You can
PhD?
slide?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I did see that in the trailer, even though they didn't mention anything about sliding, I don't think, in the blog post.
Cool.
It was in the trailer. You could see the slide.
I saw the trailer, but again, they didn't really clarify in the blog post, and it's conflicting. Which, dude, at this point, I'm questioning whether or not I should even fully trust the blog post, because there's a part of it where it talks about how for the first time ever in Call of Duty in a Black Ops game, you can change your field upgrade at any time in the match. It will come at the cost of resetting your progress on the charge. And I'm like, that was already in Cold War, so that's not true.
Mm-hmm.
I think I actually commented on Milo's breakdown when he glossed. He went right over that one part.
So that was that angry comment I read. Wow.
Yeah. Wait, angry, what?
It was that guy. That was you.
Anger in the chat. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
oh, interesting. I like that actually. Like if I jump off a building, I could do like a belly flop, but then I can also just slide.
It like literally is meta for movement in Black Ops Cold War. Like it is the meta movement. Like it's probably better than stamina.
So when you say PhD, you mean that PhD slider?
The sliding part of oh my god. You know,
no, PhD slider is a different perk.
I just realized the augments are probably going to allow you to dictate what part of PhD you focus, the flop or the slide.
Oh, you think?
I just
if so,
I'm
gonna do slide, but I am personally a big fan of the sliding
I'm gonna
more,
do slide
but
as well because
yeah,
based off of
you
Cold
can speed
War,
slide
and
or
as someone
something.
who likes to speed run, it's just be the Flash and just zoom across the whole map. Like, who needs infinite chain sliding if I have infinite slide stamina to just zoom, like literally zoom across
It
the
aids
entire
you more than
map,
belly
bro.
flopping does. Belly flopping doesn't do too much.
Over the water. I will slide over the water.
Dang, I wonder if you could possibly. That would be interesting.
That
Probably
would be
not.
sick if you could do that.
You will become the boat.
I will become the boat.
It's like Blaze Phase, just like crouching and then zooming across the water. That'd be great. But oh man, I personally, if it is that you just choose, I don't know if I like that as much as maybe just having it where if you fall off of something, you can do a belly flop, but also you can slide. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
It
well,
just
we'll have to
seems
see.
like because they're two different styles of play, right? Flopping versus sliding. I feel I just personally feel like that would be something that they put for the augments. Do I personally want there to be a fundamental choice? So you only flop or you only slide? No, I want it to be hybrid. The whole selling point of Black Ops 6 as a whole is omni movement. Why wouldn't they allow us to do both actions simultaneously? I mean, let alone PhD and zombies, right? Look at multiplayer. You're going to be able to slide and you're going to be able to dolphin dive or hero dive, whatever they want to call it, for omni movement in multiplayer. So they probably
hero diving.
Yeah, there's probably a way to do it in zombies. I don't know if we're calling it hero diving or dolphin dive. I don't know. A dolphin dive is not the same as a strafing dive, right? So I don't know. I'm just calling it a hero dive because in the trailer they announced they were like they were advertising it as you see all these professional athletes or all these heroes in movies do this stuff. And you're like, well, I mean, why can't we do this in game? So I don't know. They just described it that way. I like calling it hero diving. I don't know.
Interesting. It kind of makes me wonder what the multiplayer is going to be like. I'm pretty sure I saw somebody like dolphin dive in one of the scenes I saw when they were showing off the Omni movement.
Yeah.
But but I also wonder if sliding will even be available without like the whole PhD thing. I don't know. I really don't know how that's going to play into multiplayer. I really wonder. But that's a little off topic.
I'll be honest. I don't think I'm going to care that much about the overall effect that movement has in multiplayer, even though that's probably what majority of people are going to care about when it comes to Black Ops 6.
Yeah.
As someone who has Game Pass and will have access to the open beta for Black Ops 6, the only interest I have in hopping on multiplayer for that game is one thing, and that's mastering the basic fundamental movement. I don't care about playing an actual multiplayer match, using a gun. Unless if you have to YY for movement, because that is a thing. That's a thing in COD. I don't care about actually, like, being in lobbies with people. I just want to master the movement. That's it.
Yeah, I do too. I'm really curious about how that's going to feel. We'll have to see. It's a lot of exciting things, honestly, to see with this. And I like that they're trying something new with that, because I kind of find the idea of moving backwards at full speed to be very interesting, and I really want to know more about that.
And
might I
a lot of
introduce you
this
to
omni-movement stuff too is just giving me like it's giving me a little bit of nostalgia.
You could boost backwards.
But I don't know if you guys know, Carpal, you probably know this. I don't know if you know this.
How can you cut me out that fast? No, tell me. What is it?
It's so niche. What? I don't think you'd know. But for anyone who doesn't know, watching this at home, let me quickly explain. So, one of the really nice things that Omni Movement is supposed to fix, I'm going to assume, is that it's going to allow us to move at full speed in any direction. That's partly what Omni Movement is, right? And looking back at Black Ops 1 Zombies.
Oh my god, I'm not.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Carpal?
Yeah.
If you play Black Ops 1 Zombies on its own, vanilla, especially with a controller is what triggers it, I think. If you move backwards or side to side, your movement is actually nerfed. Your movement speed is slowed. And the only way to fix it and to uncap it to make it the same as your forward movement speed is to boot up a game of Dead Ups Arcade, get out, and then go into zombies. You weren't allowed to do this for campaign speed runs. That's just not allowed. But yeah, that's a very niche thing. Not a lot of Black Ops fans know that was a movement bug back in the day, and that was the simple fix for it. But I'm so glad that now we're here today where that very niche thing is just completely shattered. Now we have Omni movement. Like, it's crazy.
I just want to say, I definitely knew about that. Just
you did?
For the record, no, I did not. I'm joking. Do you not hear the sarcasm in my voice?
I made a really bad assumption at the wrong time.
No, you made an accurate assumption. No, I actually don't have as much experience in Black Ops 1, unfortunately. But I know a lot of stuff, and I got to dabble in it a few times. My start kind of came with Black Ops 2 originally, but. Yeah.
I was.
No, I did not know that.
We both came
That's
into zombies
news to me.
at Black Ops 2, but I think one of us maybe played a little bit more BO1 than the other.
Yeah, I got to try it during when it first Black Ops 2 came out, but I didn't get to play. There was a long period of time between that and I think when finally. Well, it would have been sometime after Black Ops 3 had been released. I actually started getting serious into it. So, yeah. It started my passion at Black Ops 2, though. I absolutely loved zombies then, but I couldn't play it that much.
Black Ops 2 started a passion for a lot of people.
It was a good game. Yeah. And I really hope that this game is similar in a lot of respects to it. I really hope. And I'm seeing a lot of promise. Like, as I mentioned, like, gameplay, it looks really fun. And that's one thing that I truly liked about the original Black Ops 2. Like, gameplay was pretty fun in that game. I enjoyed it. Especially a lot of the stuff they brought into it. Was really cool. But before we get too far away from it, I did want to talk with you guys on the actual Gobblegums, since we were talking on Gobblegums originally.
Yes, I'm glad that you brought us
the
back
variants,
to this point.
because that was a unique thing, that they're bringing a lot of the original stuff from Black Ops 3 back, including like what was the one I was thinking? Shopping
Stock option,
I love that one.
Sharing, Perkaholic, cashback.
Different
Temporal
colors
gift,
though.
Like so many and different colors too. Yeah, I like that they put a spin on it.
But what do you why do you think that is?
The fact that Wonder Bar is a thing, bro, dude, chef's kiss. We needed that.
But I am curious, like, why do you think they changed the color though? Like the Perkaholic, which used to be a kind of orange yellowish kind of color, is now pink. What is your thoughts on that? Like, why do you think they did that? If you have any input on that, I was just curious.
I have one thought. It's probably going to go absolutely nowhere, but it is a hopeful thought. I really hope that we get some intel in the game about Mr. Peaks, and hopefully there is some kind of a mystical reason for the color, not a technical reason would be cool. For the color. I'm hoping for that.
What about you, Carpo?
I never really. I mean, I did joke around that it ruined the game, but like in reality, it doesn't really bother me that much.
Wait, how did it ruin the game? Wait, what?
Yeah, I'm curious about this too.
No, it didn't ruin the game. I was joking about that.
Black Ops 6, the worst game in history.
The worst
you
game
heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
all because Perkaholic is a different color.
We're gonna quote you on this too.
There's
gonna be reels going out. Carpal client says this.
To Twitter. I'm about to take this.
Carpal client states Black Ops 6 worst game in history. Quoted in quotation marks. Yeah.
And then P.S. waiting for GTA 6.
Yes.
With the sleeping emoji.
Getting Black Ops 6 before GTA 6. I see that post so much on social media.
Oh my god.
This game before the release of they keep doing that. But no, for me, I kind of thought like they changed the color possibly because maybe they added another tier, another class, like maybe there's something beyond legendary or something. That was my initial thought when I first saw it, but then I started hearing stuff that
legendary.
Or you mean like ultra rare or some? Or well, no, actually that would be under.
So in the blog
legendary.
post, they state the rarities of the gums: rare, epic, legendary, ultra, and whimsical. They literally said all 5 versions.
Well, I just kind of assumed whimsical would be the whimsicals, like in Black Ops 3.
Yeah, they probably are. I don't know if they're going to be one-time use, though, because every gum in the game is going to be like that, it seems. Except they're not necessarily microtransaction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we still don't have a lot of clarity about how the gum pack is going to work from the Vault Edition pre-order versus, like, how you actually earn gums. Well, how all the different methods of earning gums in the actual game, because we know you're able to get up to 3 gums every few rounds of zombies that you progress in Black Ops 6. So
like that. That is really cool.
I remember us talking about, would we rather just outright get gums for progressing rounds in the Gobblegum video. I do remember us talking about that.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
I guess we're getting it. Yeah. It removes the currency grinds. I remember talking to a lot of people about this concept as well. And a lot of people were like, yeah, I'd be fine with the grind. A lot of people actually wanted the currency grinds. And some people like the loot box feature, but it doesn't seem like that we're getting that.
No, actually. That is interesting. I am curious, however, have you guys heard anything about possibly new Gobblegums? So far, I've only heard about the same ones coming back.
There's only one new Gobblegum.
It's a wonder weapon Gobblegum, isn't it? Gives you a wonder weapon.
Bar. The Wonder Bar. That's the only new Gobblegum.
Are you kidding? That is literally what we talked. When I mentioned that one, and I was joking about it. It says like a weapon that gives you a wonder weapon, but we were like, nah, that's ridiculous. That is the one that came. Wow. Why don't I work for Activision, man?
Did we?
Yeah, we kind of laughed at that one, unfortunately.
We did?
We did, yeah. Yeah, I brought it up, and I kind of joked about it. I'm thinking in retrospect
now, thinking that that's, like, ridiculous. Why would we think that?
We were kind of saying, like, maybe it could be, like, maybe doing an Easter egg and getting it, because maybe it'd be a little more worth it. But, no, we kind of laughed that one up. So, that was,
All right, well, shame on us.
I guess we don't know what we're talking about, man.
We do, but we don't.
We came up. Well, technically, we came up with the idea first before Activision actually released the information. So, for all we know, they stole the idea from us.
They stole it from us.
They did.
They stole from us.
Yep.
Activision watches our podcast. We know this now.
They are watching.
But okay, well, kind of moving on. Unless you guys had more for like the Gobblegums. Is there anything else you guys wanted to talk on that?
The fact that Shields Up and Free Fire is making its debut as a Gobblegum, I think, is cool. That's all I have to say.
Oh, yeah, actually, no, that was a good mention. Honorable mention right there. I like it. Yeah, no,
that's it.
The thing I wanted to kind of bring up next was on Pack-a-Punch. From what I'm seeing, it doesn't go into that little menu where you select the tiers for Pack-a-Punch. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Yep.
I actually like that.
It is the exact same way as Modern Warfare Zombies Pack-a-Punch works, except it does not limit you based off of your location of how much you can upgrade your weapon. It works exactly like the Pack-a-Punch from Modern Warfare Zombies.
I do kind of like that, but is it
I would just like to mention, I have to bring this up every time. Exo Zombies also had that. Just saying.
Yes.
It was instantaneous.
I'm glad you mentioned
it.
Yeah. Also, I wanted to give you credit too on mentioning like the almost Omni motion for the exosuit. I completely forgot you could boost backwards, but only when you had the exosuit.
You could boost diagonally, you could boost backwards,
Yeah, I completely forgot about that, but I did love that about that game. That was actually a really cool thing. Sorry, that just had to go back and give you props for that one. But that's really cool, honestly. But with the Pack-a-Punch, I think I like that they're doing that. The only thing I don't know is how then are we going to get like our modifications on the weapons. So like you could get like the electricity or the fire or the ice, all those. I did hear mention that they are coming back. There is actually some cool stuff that they're adding. So I don't know how that's going to work. How do you do that at the Pack-a-Punch machine? If even you do it there. Maybe you don't even. Maybe you do it ahead of time. Like you set that up for your weapon in the main menu, and then when you go into the game, when you Pack-a-Punch it a certain amount of times, maybe then it's on your weapon. I don't even know if that's how that works or what. I don't know if you guys heard anything more about that. Dead silent. Okay. Did I disconnect?
No, you didn't disconnect.
No,
okay.
I just yeah, I don't remember hearing anything about the pack camo system, because I know in Cold War you just punch it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it works just like it does in Cold War and MWZ.
It does? Okay.
Yeah, it does.
How does it work in Modern Warfare? Since I don't have the game, I don't really know that one.
If you go up to the machine and you light the camo on your gun currently before you Pack-a-Punch it, just punch the machine and then pack. That's it.
Punch it first? Really?
Yeah, literally that's it.
Oh, you said camo though. I'm not talking about the camo. I'm talking.
What are you talking about?
The extra mods that you add to the weapon. So like in Cold War, you could Pack-a-Punch your weapon, the 3 tiers, but you could also
I have a confession to make.
mods.
I heard everything you said except for what the subject matter was. And I was thinking, is he talking about Pack-a-Punch camo or is he talking about mod? And I didn't want to say anything. And then Carpal thought you were saying camo, so I was like, I know the answer. I also know
I do have something to say about that too.
I also know the answer to that. Full disclosure, I was not fully listening, but I did hear that part. I apologize. Yeah, no. They're moving the ammo mod system to the Arsenal stand.
Oh, are they?
It's completely
okay.
gone from Pack-a-Punch. It is at the Arsenal stand. Yeah.
That I didn't hear, but that's interesting. And actually, I could see that fitting in that a little bit better. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I like not having to go into a menu when you come up to Pack-a-Punch. It wasn't too terribly inconvenient, but I just didn't really care for it too much. It's like it's an extra step you have to do, and I just like that you can go up to the machine and pack right away. But talking on the camos, though, that is another thing I saw, and I'm not really sure about it just yet, but I saw somebody Pack-a-Punch in the footage. Their camo was this green camo, which looked really sick, honestly.
That's the tier 1 Pack-a-Punch camo. Yeah,
but I also noticed
sick.
the Pack-a-Punch machine turned green, and it made me wonder, does it change to the color of your Pack-a-Punch to tell you the tier of your weapon? If so, that's pretty cool.
Yes.
I like that.
That's been like that since Modern Warfare Zombies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I haven't played it yet. I really don't know.
Low threat zone, yellow is medium threat zone, red is high threat zone.
Interesting.
I got a bad feeling, but also the camo is kind of fire, so like it's probably gonna be the same.
Okay, yeah, forgive me on that one. I just haven't played that game yet, as you guys know. So okay, we can move on from that.
You're not missing out on too much, and if anything, you're gonna experience a lot of the features that MW's. Well, not even a lot of the features, but a lot of the basic features in BO6, and you're going to enjoy them better on BO6. So
I think it will feel pretty good in that. But
yeah,
I'm impressed. Okay, moving on. What do you guys think about the creatures? It looks like we got flies coming back, possibly.
The
I like them. I love them.
The amalgas.
This guy knows the name of them. I haven't heard the names yet.
The armor zombies. The words are escaping me. Of the last enemy type.
The vermin. Did you say?
I did say
vermin. Is the vermin the scorpion-like one?
Parasite? Did you say parasites? Those aren't new.
They're technically vermin. I guess it was just zombie, armored zombie, heavy zombie, vermin, and then I guess they're special zombies because manglers, but yeah. The parasites as well as the arachnids are both vermin. I'm pretty sure they're both classified as vermin.
Arachnid must be the scorpion-like one.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know the names of them until you started mentioning it, except for the parasite ones. I knew them, but just the other ones I hadn't heard the names yet.
Something
interesting.
Something I'm a little nervous about is that the amalgamations, or whatever they're called,
The Amalgs look very much like the Panzer Mortar, right?
They have the mimic grab, which I saw in the gameplay.
Oh
which
yeah,
kind of scares me because I don't like the mimic grab.
You didn't like that. I'll admit it did throw me off the first time too, but I do actually kind of like jump scares. I think it's from playing World War II. They really tried hard on the jump scares, but I actually found that to be kind of neat. It became a little too overly repetitive after a while, but that's the only downside with that. But
I think the one gripe that I have, I might be completely wrong on this, but it just feels like this. The mimic grab, regardless of what zombie iteration you're playing, I feel like that is the highest, like that's the one type of attack that will just drain your armor the quickest. I might be wrong on that.
I think you're right.
You're 100% right.
I am right.
I think you're right on that one.
I might be wrong. No,
I think you're right on that.
Like the Megaton glowy thing, the glowy attack.
Well, they do
the
a lot
blaster
of damage,
bomber halves. I don't know why, but it just feels. I mean, so maybe I'm thinking of what the hell are those minigun guys called from Vanguard Zombies that ripped your armor? What were those guys called? Stormkriegers? I think they were called Stormkriegers.
Huh. Yeah, I wouldn't know about that one, but
well, like there were Stormkriegers, and then I remember the attack from Valentina in Cold War on Mauer. Like those attacks would just like shred your armor, but like of normal enemies you would come across that would shred your armor, I felt like that grab attack just drained it. Like I didn't care about the fact that it was pulling me in, and maybe it was immobilizing me for a minute, get me cornered and trapped on all the zombies. Worst case, pop an ether shroud, get the hell out of there.
Yeah,
I just felt like that it just demolished your plates, your armor.
I haven't heard anything about those yet, like ether shroud or any of those abilities coming back.
Upgrades?
Yeah, are those coming back? You heard anything?
There's one new, and
new one.
There's one new one.
Yeah, I hadn't heard about that yet. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm very confused on the new one. There's not that much information I'm aware of, but it looks intriguing.
Okay. What have you seen? Is it just the effects you've seen from it, or do you know what it does?
I've seen the effects of it, the visual effects, and I know from reading the blog post and also watching Milo's covering over it is that it uses the same damage type as the new ammo mod that is supposed to act like a Gersh device. Like you're supposed to hit zombies with the bullets, and then it's supposed to create this Gersh portal, and it's supposed to suck them up. I saw. And then teleport them to like up in the sky, and they die from fall damage.
Interesting.
Which just seems so fascinating to me on so many different levels. And then there's the question of, can I use this to Gersh travel? Because we do know that the Void Cannon is a Gersh device, and you can use it to teleport around the map. That's stated in the blog post. Whether it's going to be like an actual Casimir where it's more local, or if it's like an OG Gersh device, that's an entirely separate question. Not to mention, we know Anywhere But Here is going to be in the game. So I know I just threw a lot out there.
I actually didn't hear about that. That was very interesting. I didn't know that. It sounds like a lot of the traps are going to be somewhat interactable. That's really interesting.
I think we've lacked that actually a lot as of recent in Zombies. The last time we had a truly interactable trap in Zombies, and honestly, I don't even think it was that bad. It was in Vanguard Shinonuma. That one, it kind of looked like a perk machine, but it was an empty tub, and you had to fill it up with zombie souls and zombie blood from the flogger trap. I really liked that. Then, of course, there was the die machine trap, which you could only use it up until the point when you just like get the actual die machine.
Yeah.
But I thought that was really cool.
Interesting. Yeah, it always makes me think back to like Black Ops 4 when you wanted to get like the Wonder Weapon for like 9 when you played that particular map, when you wanted to get... I thought you were
about to say classified for a second, like
no, not that one. No. No, when you're trying to hit for the Death of Orion, or not hit for it, but just you're trying to build it. You have to use the trap to like melt the head in order to get the little spigot out of it, and like I wonder you were kind of talking about like the tentacle trap, how it might be used to like
might be
get up into the
interactable.
roof
Yeah,
or something
might be
for some
Easter egg
reason.
related or some utility related thing that players would want to take advantage of. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not gonna lie, that's interesting. Yeah, I actually don't mind that, just so long as it's once again not like the keycard step.
not carrier trash shoot one
It's
pixel
bad, man.
shooting. Yeah, no, none of that.
Whoa!
None of that.
Don't slander carrier. Whoa! You mean Outbreak?
Yeah, Outbreak. That's the one we're talking
Outbreak?
about. Oh, did you say carrier? I didn't hear that.
I've been calling it carrier this whole time. It's actually Outbreak. My bad.
I've been missing that. I didn't even hear you say that. Yeah, no, that's Outbreak. Yeah, that's the first map.
I did. My bad.
The carrier slander is crazy.
Oh man.
My bad.
But I'm so excited. What is your overall opinion of the map though? I didn't actually get to hear your guys' thoughts. I was ranting on that before, but what did you guys think of the map appearance? My thoughts are just my own. I just had a gripe of my own, but that was it.
I'm excited that we're getting a map as big as it is, and then also getting another map. That brings me back to like
can't
BO4
recall
days.
the last time that a map was visually revealed to us that paced the reveal the way that this map has. The fact that the original like gameplay teaser for Black Ops 6 Zombies just showed us the island and didn't show us down below like the bat cave, as I want to call it now, the islands, the water, the rock. I mean, obviously you could see the water, but you didn't see anything that was like, you know, playable down there. And you're like, well, this is going to be a small zombies map. It's very Mob of the Dead-esque. It's just an island, a prison island map, some facility. And then we get the full reveal and we're like, whoa, this is big.
I think that might be because all the YouTubers, all the famous YouTubers got to try their hands at it. They got to test it. That's what that video I sent you, Mr. Darlick JD, he got to actually play it and he did the gameplay. I kind of feel like that's the reason why we're getting everything now, like all these reveals, because it's already been revealed by these YouTubers, you know. That's just what I'm thinking. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's just my guess.
No. They revealed their like, you know, their involvement more in more, what's the word I'm looking for here? They're just, I guess, just even more involvement that we may or may not have not known originally. Like around the time when they revealed this trailer, they just were allowed to announce that we've been like behind the scenes looking at this and working at this because of an NDA, right?
Yeah.
So
okay, I got you. Yeah, I'm not sure. I just was kind of guessing that because it seemed like I started getting notifications to all kinds of different videos coming out all at once of all the YouTubers got to play Black Ops 6 for the first time.
I don't even know how that my phone, like how is my phone doing today? Actually, I can't look at this because I was literally charging it after I saw all the notifications. I think my phone went all the way down to like 14% battery by the end of it all, and it was fully charged by 11 a.m. when I was watching all this stuff, and I was watching it till like, I don't know, 3 in the afternoon. I was watching it for a good solid like 5 hours, just trying to get all the information in.
Yeah,
bro, my phone was begging.
Mine's already
I wonder
died.
why we haven't heard much about the second map. Is it supposed to be more survival based, or is it?
I know why we haven't heard much about the second map, and I'm really hopeful that it's the case. This
what do you think?
What do you think? But I feel like that.
Yes, we're waiting.
It's weird though. I'll reveal what I think in a moment. It's really weird though, because
this man's keeping us hanging.
Noah revealed that the other map, Liberty Falls, was going to be like a town-styled map, and we obviously know it is because we've seen the ending of the trailer now.
Yeah.
But I feel like that he hasn't said anything more intentionally.
They're keeping
because
it all
I think
wraps
that's
on
what the
purpose.
die is cast as. I think that pushing Liberty Falls until August 28th is gonna give us time, or it's gonna give Milo time to discover something at Harper's Ferry. Like, dude, I really hope the Dias cast is real. I really hope it is.
You know, I would love to see a Gravity Falls Easter egg since it's called Liberty Falls. This would be kind of cool. I don't know, probably
Gravity
not.
Falls Easter egg. I mean,
In the
if
game,
if
that
you
would
want
just
some Gravity Falls copium right now, go read the Book of Bill. That thing just came out recently. It is all over the internet.
Wouldn't it be
There is
wild
new
if you
Gravity Falls
find
stuff,
the two universes actually like coincide or something? That would be mind blowing. But
Yo,
I don't even know.
Gravity Falls, the animated series, combines with the Dark Aether storyline. All right,
Wouldn't that
guys.
be
Well, there's no way to go down
interesting?
from here, so we'll just go all the way up.
Bill Harper, or sorry, Bill Cipher was the enemy the whole time.
Bill Harper.
Not Bill Harper, sorry. To Bill Harper out there, I'm so sorry. I don't know who you
all the Bill
are,
Harpers
but
out there. You are not an evil Illuminati guy.
You're not an evil pyramid scheme.
maybe Treyarch heard us now because they watch our podcast is going to be like, oh, Bill Harper, that's perfect.
Dude, I swear to God, if we get a mention of a character known as Bill Harper in Black Ops 6 Zombies, bro, the conspiracies are gonna go wild.
Absolutely.
Bro,
If there's anything I can tell you about Liberty, West Virginia, because I have been there, it is very barren. So I guess it's a perfect setting for a zombies map.
Ooh. So it's going to be almost like a nuke town in the middle of nowhere, you know?
Interesting.
I've been to West. I assume it's meant to be West Liberty. I don't know.
Wait, you haven't been to Harper's Ferry though, have you?
Nope.
Huh.
Interesting.
Okay, so that's what it's based off, though, right? The ferry.
That's what we're assuming. It's based off of Harper's Ferry. Yeah. Absolutely.
Interesting. Yeah, I guess I don't know as much about it. I haven't heard anything about the second map, if anything at all.
Harper's Ferry?
Harper's Ferry. That is a real life location.
Dr. Harper's Ferry.
West Virginia, I believe, is the state.
Yeah, I'm in West Virginia right now, so that's what I'm...
Lieutenant Dr. Harper.
Wait, you haven't gone looking for Milo? You haven't tried intercepting the Dias cast? What are you doing?
It's not that far. I could,
Bro, you gotta take one for the team. You gotta take one for the team.
Is somebody listening to their GPS right now?
Yeah, that was me. I was thinking how far it was.
That's him.
Oh,
because he lives close.
I thought this man is doing the podcast on the road.
Are you going to COD next?
Where's COD next?
The podcast is now mobile.
It's in DC. It's close to you.
He's driving to DC right now.
Going all the way to DC.
Okay.
I have been to DC though from here.
Interesting. I don't think I've ever been to DC actually.
Bro, let me know the update on that, bro. Dude, that'd be so sick. That'd be so sick.
That would be cool actually to go to that.
I would love to get a quote.
I went to a Gordon Ramsay restaurant in DC.
Ooh.
How was it?
It was delicious.
Subpar. No.
Subpar.
Okay. Man.
Subpar. Wait. Hold on.
You gotta go out there. Are you guys gonna quote me now? Like I'm gonna do to Carpal on his previous comment. Just quote me like, Not Lad says subpar to Gordon Ramsay's restaurant.
Goodness.
Man, that's one way to get 1 million views. Can this video get 1 million likes? Sorry, I slammed my table.
I'm excited.
Podcast transcending our channels, dude. That would be epic.
That'd be cool.
I would love to do this.
I enjoy it. I honestly do. But we're gonna have to get some more of the 3-hour episodes. We got to get that content in there.
Hey, listen. I'm just saying. September is probably gonna be the time when that is more likely for me.
Really, you guys do want to do a 3-hour episode? I'm down. I mean, I can talk for hours.
We gotta settle on a good topic to just yap on, like the top of the top yap.
Yeah,
I would be down for like a 3 to 4 hour yap set.
Yeah.
Yappiest.
The yappiest yap. Yep.
Yeah.
All the yaps.
Okay, well, I gotta bring us back on the topic because there's still more stuff I want to discuss on it.
Gosh,
but
darn it, there's too much cool stuff to talk about.
We very much drifted off from our main topic, but it's all good conversation. But no, the one I want to bring up is what do you guys think about our playable characters? Being that we do know that they are continuing the story from Cold War, but do you guys like the fact that we are playing as these I wouldn't say arrested, but these imprisoned members from previous Cold War? What do you think about that?
I really So Maya, her whole thing is she wants to find her brother. If her brother doesn't end up being someone significant to the story or someone that we know, I just think that's stupid. I just think her character's stupid if it turns out that way. It's like, oh, it was a whole zombie apocalypse and the Dark Ether and yada yada yada.
Unless her brother turns into a Ravenov.
Yeah.
That's
maybe
possible. That's possible.
Well,
you gotta
like
think about where they could take things.
We probably won't
just
see
her
it
brother and not anyone significant. Who cares?
I get the feeling it's probably going to be a boss. Like it turns zombie, something horrible happened to him. Maybe I don't even know, but makes me wonder.
God forbid it's Richtoff and she betrays us.
Yeah. But what do you guys think of like having the characters continuing from like the previous story, like coming from the previous game we know? Like other zombie games we've had in the past, they kind of bring in just a whole new cast we've never heard of, new people. Sometimes they're celebrities we know well. And what do you think about that?
I feel like that the selection of story-driven operators that we have now as an option to play as for Black Ops 6 should have been in Cold War. It should have been there. It just should have. And I think
it would have made
Raptor
1
thing. The reason why that they had to make concessions, these are Kevin Drew's words, is because of the lockdown. He literally said that they had to make concessions because of the lockdown. Because of what was happening to the world at the time. I think we would have gotten this in Cold War if not for that. We should have gotten it.
Yeah.
That's my 2 cents. Well, what about
No,
you,
definitely. I like that.
Yeah, no. A big problem with how they handled it in Cold War is I didn't really get attached to any of the characters, and so my excitement to play them again is not super high.
Yeah, that's almost exactly how I feel about
your
it
attachment to the characters. Okay, so I'm gonna dive a little bit deeper here.
Go for it.
I'm assuming you do have some attachment for Prevo Zombies crews.
My dog's name is Tank. I just like to mention
the
that.
Best name,
right.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll start by asking this. Ultimus and Primus, obviously, because they are like the most commonly used crews in the Ether storyline. I feel like that you obviously have a connection there because there's so much of them. How do you feel about some of the lesser used crews, like the Shadows of Evil crew, or the Mob of the Dead crew, or the Call of the Dead crew, or the 5 crew? Situations like that. Or how you feel about maybe something like the gods in Vanguard, how they're not playable characters, but their dialogue is there. They're in the background. They're kind of helping you out and orchestrating. What particularly is it about characters that you want to sink your teeth into so that you can connect with them more? What do you think is the best way to connect with them?
You want to go first, Carpal? Go for it.
I mean, for me personally, it's entirely up to like their voice lines.
Their voice lines.
A big problem I had with some of the Cold War, especially the dialogue, it felt a little too like cheesy or like action movie like.
I see.
I'm just gonna use this term because I think you should.
He's making me think of the Carver quote. You know what that means, don't you?
Yeah, I think you should understand.
I'm getting that right now. I see exactly what you're saying, Carpal. Continue.
I think you should understand what this term means, but Marvel dialogue, I can't stand Marvel dialogue like he's right behind me, isn't he? Those kind of things. and they kind of
corny stuff like that gets a little bit much.
I hate the corny stuff. Whereas in early zombie games, they would like break the fourth wall. They would make fun of each other. They would throw up for no reason.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun, and it's creative. It's not cheesy. Yeah, I don't know. I just want more of that.
I find almost the exact same thing as you. And part of the reason I think why I'm not as connected to these characters that are coming in the Black Ops 6 play here is more just because we didn't get to play as them. Sure, they were talking in the background and stuff, but there is a certain element of playing the characters too that connects you to them also, which we didn't have that. So that could be a little bit of part of the reason.
That kind of on the side of like the more chances you give characters in a story for the people who develop them to be more creative with it, we can probably all here agree that allowing dialogue between playable characters increases the likelihood and increases the chances for creative dialogue to be in place.
Banter, I think, is an important part.
Yeah.
Yeah, that isn't my main reason necessarily. It's just a reason I think that probably a lot of people get a little disconnected for this particular crew, just because they weren't somebody we got to play as before, since it's supposed to be a continuation. But like for me, and a lot of the stuff I do agree with Carpal, like he was saying, like the not only in just like the dialogue that you're speaking amongst the characters and the banter that they have, the jokes and stuff like that, and not to mention also you're talking about the corniness of the dialogue too, which I also find that too, like the whole action movie kind of thing. Like how do I describe this? Like certain casts take themselves a little too seriously. I think it takes away. It sounds really corny, little memey. And
this is a thing with like most stories and most fiction. If I'm laughing with a character, it's me connecting with the character, and it makes me more likely to get emotionally invested in them and make me feel for them. Because like I don't know, it just feels I don't know.
Yeah.
I just think it's a better way to write characters than just having them be pretty two-dimensional like action heroes.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't think a lot of people are in the same boat as me, but I did like when we got famous actors that we come to know and love in a gameplay. When I saw I'm trying to think the actual actor's name, but the one from The Walking Dead, I'm trying to think his name in real life here. I can't think of it. It's gonna escape me, but
I'm gonna just guess you mean Michael Rooker.
Yeah,
Michael Rooker. Yeah,
I might have taken a shot in the dark. There's literally 4 of them. I
think that's his name. Yeah,
chance I guessed the right one.
Yeah, he is from Advanced Warfare.
Sarah
Exo-Zombies.
Oh, we know it's not Sarah. Okay.
Oh, you mean Bruce?
I never watched The Walking Dead, so.
For some reason, that doesn't sound like his name to me, but maybe you're right.
Okay, well, in Exo-Zombies, there was Bruce Campbell, who's the star of the Evil Dead series, not The Walking Dead.
Oh, no, Walking Dead. He was in the first season. He was, what's his name? The only name that's coming to mind is Carl, but it's not Carl.
It's not Carl.
Shane. That was his name. Shane. Shane in The Walking Dead. The guy who played that character.
Oh, the one guy's brother? The one,
well, it was his friend, not his brother.
That's Call of the Dead. That's not Exo-Zombies.
No, Exo-Zombies. He's in Exo-Zombies.
Am I?
I'm gonna look him up. I look up his name.
Are you talking about Decker?
Use the Google machine.
I did not know Decker was in it.
Use the Google machine.
Decker was in Walking Dead.
Decker was in it.
Yeah, first season of Walking Dead. Yeah, he was trouble, but yeah, he was the friend of the main character. But yeah, I loved seeing him in it for that reason, and I thought that was so good. And also, you mentioned Call of the Dead. We got Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I know her, and then I also know like Machete
her
from
voice
other
acting
movies.
was really bad though.
It was though, but still, I do like that element of seeing someone we know and we've come to love in movies too. I love when they do that, and that also helps me to connect to a character. But I know it's not necessarily important. It's just something I really like seeing when that happens. I don't recognize any of these actors that are doing these characters. I've never seen them in anything else. So I don't have anything to really relate to, I guess, if that makes sense. But just still, just small things like that just make me a little more detached to the character. But mostly, I did not grow fond of the characters in the original game. None of the dialogue or anything really made me excited about them or anything like that. They almost kind of face me as almost like nameless characters also, even though that's not the case. But I didn't get much from them, even though they gave us dialogue throughout the game. I don't know. It's weird. When you play the game, you dissociate those people. You don't, I don't know. It's like they're not important. I don't know. And now getting them to be the important characters that you play as, I don't know if that makes sense, but that's just how I feel about it. It's hard to describe. But for that reason, it doesn't really make me very connected with them.
I'm just hoping that we get some Maya dialogue about her brother. I'm very curious on who this
She is the only character
is.
that intrigues me out of the group, to be honest.
Dude,
She's the only one.
I remember Milo saying so many times in his blog post breakdown, and how he just like over and over stated this, like, Activision, Treyarch, a lot of what you guys are doing is you're bringing awareness to the gameplay fundamentals and Easter eggs of zombies. You are giving value, you're devaluating. Is that the word I'm phrasing I use? Devaluating the fun of zombies, what draws people in. People like the mystery in zombies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what it needs.
Yeah, as we talked about, we mentioned that previously.
To make people care, we need people to want to think, try and solve mysteries. Like that's why the zombies community is the way that it is.
It's that whole not knowing thing that really pulls you into stuff because you want to know, you know?
You want to know so badly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to know, man.
This is why FNAF is so freaking good, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
This is why FNAF is so good.
I've never cared for the
FNAF
gameplay
has
of
done
FNAF.
a terrible job at explaining everything in the lore, but it's done a really good job of teetering us in certain directions, and that's why it's fantastic.
Yeah.
See, I've never cared for the gameplay of FNAF, like the survival horror aspect, but I cannot tell you how many times I've just like binged through game theories or binged through like story. It's like a movie. It's so good.
For the game's lore. Nowadays, I care a little bit more for the gameplay. I've been playing more FNAF games. I've not necessarily been uploading it, but I have been trying to stick my nose a little bit into the FNAF fan game scene. This
guy's promoting himself. My goodness.
Or just like the actual FNAF games themselves. I do like some of the gameplay features that those elements are being added in. I like to try them out.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of me is saying that because ever since Security Breach, some of the major gameplay aspects of FNAF have been changing recently, but they're still that basic format. So I've been trying to give it a chance as a gamer. But yeah, I've always been a FNAF fan since the beginning. Lore first. Yeah.
The creator of the game, he stepped back, didn't he? He's not in charge of it anymore.
Overlooks things though.
I mean, Security Breach, he didn't direct that one, if I remember right. He's not a part of that one anymore. So
no, he's a part of he is a part of FNAF.
I thought a new studio or something was taking over.
He looks from the sides, and but he still puts trust in.
Okay. So okay.
Yeah,
the new company's making it, but he still contributes. Okay.
Absolutely. Yep.
Good. Okay, I'm glad to hear that. I thought maybe that's the reason why.
Probably based on the story.
His IP, literally, I wouldn't be surprised if he does like 90% of the story work. I wouldn't be surprised. FNAF is in a spot where literally the only man in the world that can continue the franchise the way that the fans want is Scott Cawthon. The moment Scott Cawthon passes on, FNAF will never be the same.
Hello.
It'll never be the same.
Bro, he's not that old. Calm down.
Old man.
FNAF is 10 years old.
No.
FNAF is a
Yeah.
old game series,
Yeah.
and it you know.
Yeah, it's actually getting up there
will
now.
outgrow
I
Guy
remember when the
eventually.
first game came out. That's a long time ago.
It was a very long time ago. Yeah.
But once again, we're a little off topic.
We are
Gotta
off-
reel
we
us
are
back
off
a little
topic,
bit.
but
I'm enjoying
for
this
the
stuff.
third time.
We're passionate. I love
Passionate.
No, it's good. I
We're very
like the
passionate.
similarities we find in other games. Like I've mentioned some stuff before, like Risk of Rain and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
there are a lot of games that have good mechanics in them that it's easy to kind of relate to zombies sometimes, or we can see stuff that zombie needs from them. You know, it's just I feel like they are making some really neat stuff in this particular game. Like Black Ops 6 is gonna be, it's gameplay wise, it looks good. Like I'm excited just for that reason. The only thing, as I said before, like I really wanted the map to pull me in a little bit more. Like I was really hoping that would, and also just like the characters that we'd play as, but for me it's just a little lacking in those respects. But still, I am ecstatic for it. I'm very excited. There was one other thing I wanted to kind of pass by you, something else I noticed in the footage. Can't remember what that thing is. We talked on creatures, right? Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember what it was, honestly. But any other interesting things from you guys that you thought of when you were watching the footage and everything? Like anything else that stood out to you?
Anything else that stood out to us? I mean, I can watch back the trailer right now just to
No, that's okay.
double-check
I just thought if you had anything off the top of your head there. But
what the heck? Wait. I'm actually glad that you mentioned this. What is on the back
That's
of
the-
Maya's shirt?
the back of my shirt?
Yeah.
Does she wear a vest?
Her vest.
Like a red vest? There is something on the back of her
It
vest?
looks like a star. Oh no. Oh no. Wait.
What? Is there
That-
something else there?
There's no way that is like a version of the Project Janus logo. There's no shot that she's involved.
That's actually interesting. I haven't heard that take before.
Oh, now I'm curious.
I'll
Oh,
have
now
to
I'm
see.
so
I haven't
curious.
gotten a good look at.
Because
the
I
back.
never would have found that if you didn't tell me to like.
That is interesting. I mean, that would be an interesting connection, but I didn't think she was part of it. But we still don't know much about her.
Bro,
so
what the heck?
interesting.
I'm so interested now.
Yeah, I've not been able to see what is on her back.
I'm gonna,
honestly.
dude. I'm. This is probably gonna take me like literally the rest of the night, and I'm probably gonna be doing this past like our recording time for the podcast.
Gonna do the research, yeah.
I just want to go
Do the
through this
digging.
entire thing frame by frame now because I just realized no one's done that.
That's
And I
actually
want-
interesting, but
I want my
I've not
information.
seen anything yet.
I'm curious.
You gotta create those lore videos. You gotta get people hyped for that stuff. Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Bro, I've never like
Where's my save stuff?
done lore videos before, but
It's kind of
Oh
fun,
my
honestly.
God,
I could
if
see
I
getting into
do,
it. Honestly, that would be pretty
that'd be
fun.
so interesting if I did. That'd
I'm
be so
reviewing mine here
interesting.
just to see the footage that I saw. See if it reminds me of anything.
Yeah, the
else,
only
but-
thing I can point out so far would be that strange logo that's on the back of Maya's vest.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a better shot here, but you still can't really see it that well. I don't know if Carpal has anything else to say.
I think we covered just about everything.
Oh, I'm sure there's more.
Yeah, there's
I think
three
the only
mouths
thing
in the
is what else
reef
it
trap,
was.
so that's very reminiscent of a Margwa or an
Did
abomination.
we mention the armor system reworking?
No, I don't think so. We did talk just that there is armor and stuff
we
that
never
destroys it
mentioned,
easily.
yeah, so like you can buy armor off the wall.
Yeah.
So you know how
it's-
there's armor vest wall drawings in like custom zombie maps? Yeah, that's literally Black Ops 6.
Really,
now.
you buy it off the wall? That's kind of interesting.
That's
I thought they were
what
gonna
it
have
is.
like the
Dude,
the mannequin
sounds
again.
So custom mappy.
Yeah, I'm
I
glad though
admittingly
that
have
they're
not
kind
played
of
that many
learning
custom
from
maps
mod
that
maps.
have this feature, so I don't know how the gameplay experience feels like that.
Yeah.
So maybe it's for the better. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think they should learn from the mod map community because before
absolutely.
they added this Mangler, the suit that you can equip, they had this in a mod map that came out not too long ago. It was the Cthulhu mod map, which some people were saying it's like Horizon Drock 2. But they had this consumable, or not necessarily consumable, it was a score streak that you could use, and it would turn you into the what was that one? The robot guys from Origin.
Panzers?
Panzers, yeah. You could turn into a Panzer and you could slay zombies. So I kind of wonder if they got inspired by that.
Oh, you're
possibly.
talking about Battery, aren't you?
Battery?
Yeah, Battery. I'm actually so glad that you mentioned something about this. Yeah, Battery, I think it's it's a custom zombie map on Black Ops 1. I remember playing it with Warwick. And it's an inspiration off of the Black Ops 1 multiplayer map. I think that's also called Battery. Dude, the towers on the island over the sea and then the boat in the distance, it's actually, dude, Liberty Falls, Terminus. This map looks like it's very similar to Battery, like the custom zombie map. It kind of feels like it looks very similar. And I just find that so interesting.
I don't know if it was Battery. I'm pretty sure it has Cthulhu in its title because that is all it's based around. But
I mean, the final boss at the very end of that Easter egg is literally an apothecon worm.
No, it wasn't that then. No, and the boss in the end is Cthulhu in this one. Well, there's multiple bosses, but that's the end boss. But actually, the tentacle creature. We didn't talk about that. What do you guys think that is all about?
The tentacle creature?
It comes up in the water and it squirts acid. It looks like an exact ripoff from Back 4 Blood.
Yeah. Honestly, I completely overlooked that. Even though it's so obvious, bro, it's
a tentacle from something. Vibes, that's all I gotta say.
Kraken vibes, bro. Oh my god, just imagine. It rarely pops up. It's a very, very difficult tentacle to destroy, and it has a lot of offensive capabilities. But if you destroy it, you get like a wonder weapon or something for a reward. I think that'd be crazy.
That actually would be kind of sick. But yeah, what do you guys think it's a part of? I mean, it's in the water, so it made me think maybe it's like a sea creature or a sea boss or something that you face. I have no idea. But I don't know how it works, if it's like this tentacle system that goes throughout the ground and it's all different locations of the map. Like there's a giant creature right underneath the whole place, the whole prison. I don't know if that's the case or if it's just a somewhat large creature in the lake or something.
Dude, the sky is the limit. That could be possible for all we know. They had 4 years. Guys, we have to remember, they had 4 years of baking time for this game.
Yeah.
They had enough time to code any feature
into this.
that they greenlit. Any feature.
Yeah, I'm honestly really curious. I want to know more about that. And it also looked like we had a special type of zombie. And I don't know if one of the names you mentioned was it, but there's one that it's like the head of the zombie comes off and it sprouts out legs.
The arachnids.
That's
the arachnid vermins,
Arachnid vermins. Okay, that's that one. Yeah, that is honestly really interesting. I like that, and I feel I've seen that before, maybe in Resident Evil as well. I'm pretty sure they had something like that, a creature, but I feel it's not that. No, Dead Space. Dead Space is the one I'm thinking of.
I don't know why in
the
the Truth Dies teaser for the arachnid vermin, I don't know why that they blurred they static the footage so heavily. Like, I feel like that they did that to try to hide what the arachnid looked like, not necessarily what the map looked like. Maybe.
It is kind of graphic how it comes out of the body,
when they fully
though.
reveal it and you see it come out of a zombie, it's still so hard to see.
It is a little graphic.
It's still so hard to see. Yeah,
bit.
the graphic angle on it is not that good.
That might be why they blurred it, possibly. But I don't know. They still revealed everything else on social media.
Yeah,
well, everybody else is revealing it.
Absolutely.
I don't really know, actually. But yeah, Dead Space is the one that had it. It had a head. There was one creature that you'd come across it, and all of its body parts were a separate creature. Its hands, its legs, its head. Its head had tentacles in it, and it would kind of slither and move across the ground. Horrible. But
oh my God,
yeah,
ew.
It's almost the same thing here, except this one's got meatier legs. A lot more meat on that bad boy.
Well, all I can say that with the entities, that Treyarch are willing to get weird this time again, and honestly, I think that's a W for zombies. I think we need a little bit more weird.
Creature variance is something I absolutely love. I love seeing what people come up with for creatures. That's just something I've always just been into myself. I don't know about everybody else, but yeah, I absolutely love it. And to see like unique zombies, like that's one thing I found really neat with Resident Evil. They would throw in zombies with really weird capabilities. Some would have a tentacle that came out of their head or a big eyeball somewhere. It's just, I do find that fascinating.
I'm getting flashbacks of Blight Fathers now. Oh God.
Blight Fathers, yeah.
The animation for them spawning in and realizing how gross that is.
Yeah, kind of.
Dear God.
But yeah, I do personally like to see creation in that area. Like to see what crazy thing people can come up with, because it does fascinate me. It makes me look at it and make me go, whoa, that's gross, but it's so cool. You know, I'm fascinated by that stuff, and I do find that to be neat. So yeah, I like that they're doing that. I would like to see more of that. Unique zombies, and I wonder if throughout the rest of the game there will be more. Usually in a lot of our zombie games, we seem to see different variants, especially nowadays. So I'm excited. Very excited, honestly.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I'm not seeing anything else really in any of the footage I'm seeing. Pretty much everything that I discovered, we talked on the traps, the different things like that, and some of the different creatures. We didn't talk about the creatures that are in the containment vials that they have, or I call them cryo-freeze, but they're not really a cryo-freeze container. They just look like that. But yeah, when you get down underneath the prison, I saw the footage that one of the creatures breaks out of it, and it really makes me wonder what their capabilities are and if they're unique in any way. They definitely look unique. They got a lot of teeth.
Indeed.
I take it you didn't hear anything about or see that one? Because that's what I'm wondering. I wonder if you guys know anything on it.
Not sure.
I don't know if they have unique capabilities or something,
Carpal,
or they do something
you know
special.
Anything about it?
No clue.
Okay.
Dang.
Figured I'd ask.
Ooh, this is a really close-up shot of the Wonder Weapon's back. Yeah. You can kind of see, like,
you know,
some,
I've always
like,
been a front man myself.
Chaining at the very back end of it.
Is there?
I won't lie. For a mad scientist Wonder Weapon, it doesn't look too bad.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought. I saw the back end of it and also its side preview, and to me, it doesn't look bad per se. I just wish they would kind of get off a little bit of the same stuff. They kind of do the same kind of creations. But yeah, it doesn't look bad. I don't know if I'm crazy about the whole laser beam thing, because we got that in Advanced Warfare with Exo Zombies. They had a laser gun like that, and although it wasn't good,
that was in Vanguard Zombies or Modern Warfare 3 Zombies as well.
What? Really? It was probably Modern Warfare.
Carpal,
I can't imagine.
You probably
Vanguard,
know this. Right? Which one? Which game did they bring it back in? I'm pretty sure it was Modern Warfare 3. Yeah.
It was not Vanguard.
So it had to have been Modern Warfare 3. Yeah, they brought that back.
Interesting.
But it was a DLC
Is it better
weapon.
though? It wasn't really good in
I don't
Advanced
think
Warfare.
It was. Yeah, it wasn't the best in MW3 either.
I would have liked it if they would have made it better. That kind of sucks, honestly. But interesting. Okay. Huh. Yeah, I don't know if I have much else. That's pretty much everything I can think of. definitely like that there's different variants of zombies mixed in there. Like you get your big zombies, your normal zombies. There looks to be like some nurse zombies in there too, which is actually kind of sick. And then you have your hazmat zombies. There's a lot of different variations. They added a lot of different themed zombies in here. That's kind of cool.
They cooked, man.
I hope there's a super Easter egg. That's one thing I can say.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
there will be.
really hope that there's a super Easter egg. If there's not, like, Trek, what were you doing for the past 4 years?
Oh, hey, I have something else. I just noticed something else. I don't know if it's a wonder weapon or not. Besides the wonder weapon we've been talking about, it shows a picture of our new female character. She's holding a pistol that's shooting this purple beam out of it. I don't know what
That's
is.
a field
I saw that
upgrade.
as well.
That was the
That's
field
a field
upgrade?
upgrade. Yeah, that's
that's the one you're talking about.
The Dark Rift, I think. I don't know the name of the field upgrade because it's confusing with the new ammo type damage. It's supposed to be the same concept, but it's like very confusing to me. But it's a field upgrade. Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, I didn't notice that before, but that makes sense, I guess. Oh, actually, one thing we haven't talked about.
No. Oh, no.
What? What's up? What's happening?
I just got a DM from someone saying we are getting PhD back and we can choose an augment to make it into either PhD slider or PhD flopper.
No! So it is going to be that.
No shot!
Our fear came true.
It's the worst time, bro! Oh, we were on such copium. No,
Yeah.
dude.
Shucks. Well,
I mean,
I'm
they
going
did say
sliding.
in the blog post that augments were a way to define your preferred your style of play.
Mhm.
And sliding and dolphin diving are two very different styles of dude.
Yeah.
Shucks. All right, I gotta respond to
That's
this DM.
unfortunate. I got one final thing for you guys. We didn't talk about it, which is the story that was introduced in the trailer. Basically, it was showing, like we saw on the wall, they carved in the names Richtofen because all the scientists and all our main characters, playable characters, were locked up because of him, and that they want to strike back and stuff. What did you guys think of the story and stuff involving Richtofen and bringing him back, being that he was in Cold War and stuff? You think they're going the right route with it and everything? And
yeah, I think it's a cool concept.
I'd like that too.
I had this headcanon where Richtofen was like siphoning dark ether power, and he would be the final boss. But that's kind of just, I don't know.
I don't know if I would like that. It would be interesting, but I don't know if I'd like that. But I do like that they're bringing reference back to him. I like that they're still kind of keep bringing reference back to that crew. It just seems a shame to just completely move on from it. So that's been one nice thing with Cold War and coming into Black Ops 6 here. I do appreciate that they're doing that. So yeah, I do like those aspects. I don't know. I kind of want a little more story. I like the whole thing with Samantha back in the day, a little bit of mysticism. And once again, a little mystery involved in the storyline and a lot of lore. I like that, which I feel is kind of lacking. I don't know where they'll be going with this story, but it seems like it's all like it's missions and like action movie kind of stuff, like just the stuff you see in your basic action movie. There's no mysticism or really wonder besides, I guess, the dark ether, you could say. But I don't know, it feels more scientific than anything. Less mysticism, more scientific, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
I know I would kind of like to get a little bit back into the mysticism of things. Like Samantha's character and stuff like that was cool, and involving science in it was nice. Just having the two coinciding with one another was cool. But to go all just to science and stuff, I don't know. It feels different, and I don't know. I
feel like that.
I don't know.
I don't know. Have we explored Ethereum all that well?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I guess there is more
the way
that can
they're
be done
like
a little
taking
bit.
Ethereum, I don't really.
Once again,
know
it's
how to feel
scientific
about it.
again. I don't know. The whole ethereal thing, they're kind of putting like a scientific twist on it. Like I don't know. I don't know. It's less mysticism than I would like. Although they don't fully understand it, like most science is a lot of stuff we don't understand, which a lot of people can say that about magic. It's just science that we don't understand yet. But
and then you have the few people who are the buzzkills and say there's no such thing as magic. It's called an illusion. Yep. I know. There's those people that exist.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to see more mysticism in game. Mysticism is kind of nice, and it's also coincides with mystery. Mystery and magic kind of go hand in hand, just being that it's stuff we don't understand. Like when you see a magician on stage doing magic tricks for an audience, it's mystifying. We don't understand it. It's a mystery. How did he do that? You know, like that. It goes hand in hand with one another. And I feel like they had that combination down a lot before, but now it's losing that aspect a little bit. And although there's a little bit of it still, I would like to see more. I think that's just it for me. Yeah, I don't know. But I got hopes for it. We'll see what they do. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much everything, huh? We wrapping up this podcast
I
then?
think so, yeah.
Okay, you guys sound tired over there.
I think I have been yawning a little bit, but that's because of the time of night.
No, I get that for sure. Well, appreciate you guys coming out. This was a good podcast. A lot of fun stuff to talk about. I'm so ecstatic, and I was so thrilled to see some of the stuff in there, especially that I nailed it with a melee perk. I thought of that. I couldn't believe it. It's like, I thought this was in existence. That's so cool. But no, I'm very excited to see it, and I'm excited to use the melee perk especially.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so many fun things. I think the gameplay will be sick. But yeah. Anyways, that's going to do it for us here. Thank you guys, everybody who came out, and thanks to you guys for showing up for the podcast. But if you guys liked what we've done here, don't forget to like and subscribe to this video, and stay tuned for future episodes. Next one is going to be a continuation on Easter egg stuff, right?
Yeah.
We're still doing that?
I think we still need still have
part 2 on that.
Some stuff to talk about on Easter eggs. Absolutely.
So yeah, we're going to be diving into depth a little bit more. So stay tuned. You don't want to miss it. Should be coming soon. So yeah, just keep an eye out for it. But that's going to do it for us here. So thank you guys for coming out. Bye-bye.
And
I guess I don't know how to end this.
It shoots fireballs.
Fireballs, yes.